Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about the Z-42, the premium German tier 10 destroyer. And I actually picked this thing up from the shipyard a few months ago, so that's how I got it. So let's go over its skills first. First of all, you get 4 engine nacelle 1s, and these are just useful for you to make yourself a bit faster, get around the map a bit, because Z-42 isn't the fastest ship in the world. The next skill you get is 2 sonar 2s, and these are really helpful for fighting other destroyers because it can help you spot torpedoes early, but also help you detect them within smoke, and that's just really helpful for fighting the other destroyers. And the last skill you get is the most important, is your short burst smoke generators. You get 5 of these, and the smoke screen is active for about 16 seconds, so that's enough to take a small short fight. And these are really useful because not only do you have 5 of them, your cooldown is also really short, which means that you can basically just spam them and have one ready for whenever you need them, basically. So that's just what makes it really useful. So let's go over the stats of this thing. So you get about almost 20k HP, so it's okay. It's kind of healthy for a destroyer, but not the healthiest. And your maneuverability is decent, but it's not the best. I kind of treat it like an AP focused Harugumo, but Harugumo has worse maneuverability. So for your guns, you get 10 105mm guns with a base of 4.2 seconds reloads. But I reload, so mine went down a bit. And they get okay range, about 9.3 km. And your HE is pretty bad on these. 300 damage, really bad penetration, and also 2% fire chance. That's really bad. But your AP is where it's at, because they do 445 damage. This means that this thing is basically a AP focused Harugumo, and it's a really effective destroyer hunter. So for your torpedoes, you just get the standard 2x4 German ones, so they have a short reload at 48 seconds. They don't do that much damage, they're not very fast, and they're not that good at flooding, but they're just good for spamming out, for some extra damage and for screening and zoning areas. Your AA is nothing special, non-existent, and your surface detection is at 6 km, which is okay. So the main role of the Z-42 is to hunt enemy destroyers, and while you can't really brawl them or get close to them like how Z-52 could, you're more so about the fact that you have pretty good alpha strike for this reload, because right now I have elite gun operator here, which is the better elite bonus because you're a gunboat, and also I have a reload mod here, or main battery modification 2, which gives reload. So this gets your reload down a lot, down to 3.87 seconds. Yeah, so this just makes Z-42 a really good destroyer hunter, and you shouldn't play that close even though you do have sonar, because your maneuverability isn't the best, but you want to play as close as you can where you can still comfortably dodge torpedoes. And also, one thing to mention is that the turret traverse is only at 12 degrees, so this is honestly kind of bad. So don't get into really close range fight against stuff like daring, but you can get into mid-range fights where you'll do very well against them. So as for the build, I will show you the elite bonus, elite gun operator. And for supplies, just take the standard high-grade coal, improved crew rations, and refined diesel. And for equipment, you want to take reload because turret traverse honestly doesn't matter that much for how you play this thing, because you don't want, your maneuverability isn't good enough where you gonna get up in their faces. And you want to take propulsion in second slot as usual, and concealment in third, because you want to be able to jump enemy destroyers. And for camo, this H camo is a standard destroyer. Sorry. Historical camo, so it's good and good stat wise, but I didn't get it, so I am just running whatever camo I have. This one right now just gives AP damage. And for my commander, if you the destroyer commander, I don't remember his name. Was it Shear? No, Shear was the battleship commander. I believe the destroyer commander was, I don't remember. Okay, anyways, but Karl von Müller is also a really good commander because of this skill right here. Sea Raider at level 12. Basically, every kill you get with your main guns, you get minus 0.2 second off your reload time, and for a max of 5 times. So, considering the Z-42's DPM is already your reload is already really low, knocking off 0.2 is actually going to increase your DPM by a lot. Otherwise, for commander skills, you just take a standard emergency response. I took battlefield support because I'm not planning to get the Z-52, so I would rather get 3 sonars in this thing than have the other skill, but it's honestly up to your choice depending on how you play this thing. Preheating, because that's a standard here for destroyers, so you're a bit faster. Victorious charge, because nothing else works that well. Daredevil, because when you got low, you can dodge better. Recon Surveillance is also a really good skill because, you can use your sonars more effectively. Fully Prepared, that's another legendary skill this guy has. Honestly, it's not that useful. Like, you get your heals back quicker, but that's about it. But, it's better than nothing. Mistweaver, this is a very important one because the main thing is not even the duration, it's the fact that you can get your smoke back like 33% quicker. So my Koron Will used to be a low level, so it means I didn't have Mistweaver and I was performing pretty bad in it. But once I leveled him up to level 8, I did like a lot better. So this is like a really vital skill for this ship. Engine Overload, so you can use your engine nacelles better, and I have Honor Seeker here, so you do more damage. And obviously you want to take APCS because these guns, sometimes they even semi-pen other destroyers, so having better AP pen is always good. And your HE is pretty much useless, so I don't recommend using it. Like against battleships, just try to aim for bow and stern. And of course you want to take Sea Raider at level 12. So yeah, that's my build for the Z-42. So for the playstyle of this thing, I mentioned earlier, you don't want to go in and like knife fight other destroyers. You want to be a little bit further than that, but you still want to be close enough where you can hit a lot of your shells. And you want to make sure you use these smokes really effectively so that you can fight them. And also use the sonar for whenever you're getting a bit closer. Against heavier ships, like battleships, you want to aim for the bow or the stern to maximize damage. And against other cruisers, like light cruisers like Genon and like Mino, you can easily pen. But against like heavy cruisers, you might also want to aim for like superstructure or bow or stern. So the Z-42's main targets are usually destroyers and lighter cruisers. And against battleships, you kind of want to use torpedoes, and if you can get closer, the better, but sometimes the game won't allow for you to do that. So you should really prioritize on killing other destroyers and cruisers. And just like, also since your torpedoes have a really fast reload, just like spam them out, and try to see if they go fishing and see if you hit anybody. Anyways, I think that's enough rambling for now, and let's go on to the 2 games. So in the first game here, we are on Domination on Cage against a Midway, Iowa, Izmo, Legend League Smolensk, Double Shima, and a Delny. And my team has a Legend League Manfred and Shima, and a French destroyer, I'm not pronouncing that, and also Legend League Los Andes. So I spawned near B cap on Cage. So on this map, usually, unless I'm playing something sneaky or fast, I usually like to go center if I spawn here, and I wouldn't go for A cap unless I was playing like something sneaky. But since Z-42 is a destroyer, and it's a gunboat at that, I decided to play sneak guns, or decided to go aggressive. So the carriers are right now scouting down the center, so that's good for me because it means I won't be spotted. And looking at the enemy ships, I should be able to outspot Delny, but I don't think I'll be able to outspot the 2 Shimas depending on if they know how to use concealment. So my carrier already spotted a destroyer, which is nice because I know exactly what's coming. And I'm just going to preemptively launch some torps, so just see if I can catch them. And of course it's a Shima. So since I know they're going to go undetected, I decide not to open up yet, and I'm just going to wait until, well, I'm spotted or they're spotted. And I have a cruiser here backing me up with a Neptune, so that should be pretty helpful against a Shima. And as it turns out, both Shimas are here, so time to pop the sonar and the smoke so that Shimas can't get lock on with their torpedoes. And it's time for me to hit Neptune to murk the Shima. So as you can see, very good full pens, 400 damage per shell, and a lot of shells every like 4 seconds. So somehow my Neptune takes a bunch of torps, but he's still alive, so that's good. And I think the Shima is good as dead. So as you can see, Z-42 is a very capable destroyer hunter, but the maneuverability isn't that good, so you don't want to like get that close. Like 6 km is a good range for this thing. And since the Shima's running away, I'm just chasing after them, and there's an island between me and them, so I should be safe from torpedoes. And now I'm turning around so that I can get my torpedoes on for Iowa. Or Izmo actually, not Iowa. And this guy seems oblivious to what's going on, but they're actually firing HE at me. I can't tell if that's their secondaries or not, but yeah. Oh, so they actually are firing HE with their main gun, so I should have probably smoked up, but I'm going to wait a bit so that I can maximize my smoke. And now we're just going to farm the bow of this Izmo. So now it's been almost 20 seconds so I smoke up. So now that Izmo can't see me and I can maximize my smoke. And I'm on single fire right now, so there's no point in damage con or using DCP. And yeah, we're just going to farm this Izmo's bow. Smoke actually runs out pretty quickly, so you got to be prepared to leave. And this guy's actually blind firing, which is like not expected of an average Izumo player, so I'm impressed. And at this point, I'm like turning full broadside, which is kind of a bad play, but I wanted to get my torpedoes off. And right now, I'm basically taking a 2v1 at half health, so I'm just gonna focus on the Shima with my guns and let my torpedoes deal with Izumo, because this guy seems to be just going forward. And now that I'm on low health, I'm gonna damage con that fire because it could actually do a lot of damage. And unfortunately, my torpedoes weren't enough to finish off Izumo, but I'm just gonna lay a smoke and get behind it, because believe it or not, or for those who don't know, if you just go behind a smoke, then it'll still act as concealment even if you're not in it. It's just as long as it's between you and the enemies and there's nothing else spotting. So luckily my carrier comes in with the bombers to help finish off Izumo, which is nice because it also gets the enemies spotted, so I know exactly where they are. And at this point, I'm just gonna use my heal, and once my guns are lined up, I'm gonna try to finish off Izumo. But I'm also pretty low, so I'm gonna try not to take that much damage. First salvo, I led a bit too much. That was bad. Second salvo, a lot better, and now Izumo's dead, but they fired, so that actually hurt quite a bit. Now I'm on 3k HP versus Shima at like 2/3 health. So let's see if my carrier can drop them with torpedoes. And that was actually a not bad drop. They hit like 1 or 2 torpedoes. So I used that smoke to conceal myself up, because smoke is useful for that. And now I'm just gonna, well, wait a bit, launch some torpedoes, see if I can catch Shima, and hopefully they get distracted by my carrier and they stop worrying about me. And this Shima actually seems to think I'm in the smoke, so I'm actually gonna start opening up on them. But my smoke still has like 10 seconds left, so I need to be able to dodge to make sure I don't die. And Shima's actually looking like they're gonna take some of my torps, which is good. And yeah, there's 1 torp hit there. And apparently I just blind fired them and they died. So I guess that torp really did that much. And now I'm at 1k HP, and this is my last smoke, so gotta make the most of it. And there's an eye wedges in front of me in B cap, so might as well just start farming this guy. We're actually down about like 150 points right now, so we gotta kill this guy, and hopefully Shima can make light work of that. And that's my last heal, so this is all the HP I'm getting for the game. So right now I'm aiming at superstructure, but ideally I'd be aiming at the bow to get the most bullpens. But I'm like, oh, due to the angle, it's kind of hard. And now I was dead. So for the rest of this game, not much happens. It's just me and Shima sailing around, and I'm probably gonna speed it up at this point. You know, post editing me, go speed this part up so the viewers don't have to watch this. And yeah, the game just goes on. We go into A cap, capture it, and the carrier tries to drop me, but they fail, or they do hit me, but they don't hit that many torpedoes. And then at the end here, there's a Smolensk, and trying to hit him, and no, I miss, and I get Battlestar, but we lost. So yeah, that was the first game in Z-42. As you can see, it's a very capable destroyer hunter, and it's honestly its AP actually hits pretty hard. And yeah, I got top of the team, but we still lost. Okay guys, here in the second game, it's on Aurora Domination, and I'm playing it with my fleet mate who's in the Z-52, and that screen went away kind of quickly, but we're basically playing against like, I think 1 or 2 bots, and everyone else are players. So I spawned on the aggressive side at A cap, and since I'm in a destroyer and I'm in a gunboat, I might as well go and be aggressive. So there's a San Martin here with me, so that's some good support because they have radar and they also have good hitting guns. And if you saw the players there, yeah, I think there's 1 bot. Oh, there's 2 bot, a bot Petro and a bot Shima. And for destroyers, there's Gdansk and Mogador. So Gdansk, they could be pretty annoying to fight. So hopefully San Martin got me. But right now it looks like they're AFK. And also there's some destroyer over there or some cruiser firing shells into the cap. So that's a great sign for my team, I guess. So honestly, coming to A cap by myself, probably not the best idea. But I'm just gonna like launch some torps into the cap and we'll see what happens. And or maybe I won't launch torps. Yeah, I didn't launch torps this game actually. There's a bot Petro, so I'll save my torpedoes for that instead. We see the destroyer in B because it just got capped. So, and the other destroyer's at C cap. So, and now there's a smoke screen there. So, that's probably, or that is Gdansk because Mogador doesn't have a smoke screen. So I'm gonna smoke up here. But the interesting is that Gdansk isn't really firing. I'm not sure what they're doing. Probably torpedoing a battleship or something. But my smoke didn't really do anything because 1, the bot was spotting me, and 2, Gdansk just used radar. So yeah, there wasn't really a point to that, but oh well. So at this point, I'm just gonna disengage. No point pushing in the Petro when Gdansk's right there, because I don't want to get caught fighting 2 ships at once. So I'm just gonna try to blind fire this Gdansk, and we hit 2 torpedoes on the Petro and get a flood. So that's some free damage from the flood. And now Gdansk shows himself, and I think they've been farming my bot. Yeah, but they're also running away. So honestly, they're not that much of a threat right now because they're not shooting at me. So I don't think I really have to deal with them. And so I'm just gonna shoot at Petro instead, because since they're already at half health, might as well try to finish them off for the points. So as you can see, I'm getting a lot of bounces in my first 2 salvos, and this is because I'm like hitting where the turrets are, or like the belt armor. So I decided to aim a bit farther back, and I'm actually starting to hit the stern, so that's doing damage. And now I'm trying to hit the bow, and that also does some damage. And also one thing you can do is also just hit the superstructure if you're feeling lazy, because you just aim a bit higher and you should be able to hit it. But now that I'm like under 6 km, I can easily hit the stern, and gotta make sure I still dodge because this bot Petro can still do damage to me. So yeah, but with like one more salvo, I think bot Petro dead, or maybe 2 salvos actually. And oh come on, almost there. And there goes the bot Petro. But that HE salvo that actually did some decent damage to me. So yeah, gotta still watch out for bots. So at this point, now there's a sleeper right in front of me in ACAP. And I still got the count, so that's nice. And as you can see, I just violently aimed to the belt, didn't really do anything. But Gdansk is dead now, so as long as I don't get caught like or in front of the Schlieffen, then I should be fine. And that's why I'm already turning out. I relaunched my torpedoes when I was in smoke, so it should be fine. And Schlieffen seems oblivious, so I think we're just gonna get 8 torpedo hits, or yeah, I just hit all the torpedoes. And I'm just running away because I don't want to get caught by the secondaries. But yeah, those torpedoes should make short work of Schlieffen. I think my teammate Z-42 also launched torpedoes from the other side. So basically this guy's cooked. And yeah, we're all shooting at him. And there goes the Schlieffen. So at this point, this is basically an easy win. So it's just time to farm. And here's a Vermont coming in from trying to go into our ACAP. So I still have 3 smokes left, so I can basically afford to rush this guy and I should be fine. So might as well. And I'm considering launching torpedoes from range, but well, actually I just do. Oh, I thought I'd rush this guy, but I guess not. But I am still getting closer, so it's easier to aim my guns. So time to smoke up and farm their bow. The great thing about Vermont, and yeah, just Vermont in general, even though they have bad torpedo damage, or they have really good torpedo damage reduction, so you can't do a lot of damage to torpedoes, their bow and stern and also deck armor is just really weak. So you can just, this is massive bow, I can just farm that with AP and I'm doing like a lot of damage each salvo. Like this salvo I do what, oh that was 1k damage, that's kind of bad actually. Or next salvo, I do like 2k damage, 3k damage, yeah. So yeah, that's the nice thing about Vermont, you can just farm its bow and stern so easily. And with that we easily hit 100k. And yeah, I'm not even sure I already got big cow earlier this game, yeah. So yeah, that's the Z-42. I'm just farming this guy out at this point. And yeah, so that's the Z-42. Compared to like when I made my first video on this thing, I think it's a much more solid ship in my hands now because I've learned how to play it, and 2, I actually got Mistweaver. I kind of emphasize how important I find Mistweaver on the Z-42 because it really allows you to make those aggressive plays where you can just spam those smokes and get out and deal with situations easier. So yeah, in this game, got MVP, got 17 torpedo hits, which is like actually a lot for this ship. And yeah, top of the team, double the amount of damage my teammate did. And yeah, so thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. And sorry if I'm not used to this commentary, but yeah, I just got a mic, so first time doing like a commentary for actual video. So yeah, thank you for watching guys. Have a good rest of your day and peace.